Alright, what's up, Go enthusiasts? We're back to watching pro games. It was a really cool pro game we saw last time, so I want to do some more. Um, the this time I've decided to fix my camera, not be super lazy. It was mostly because I was super tired, honestly. Is the reason I was super lazy. Sorry about that. Um, the one thing I'm missing is music, and you guys won't be able to hear it once I do establish music. But oh, what should I listen to? Hmm. What should I listen to? There's some. Hmm, there we go. Okay, I've got something good. They've got 30 seconds on their clock. That makes this a quite long pro game by Fox standards. Means I will have enough time to think, and so will they. Um, this stone has been eaten, but black is kind of thick. But this stone is eaten, like proper. Excuse me. I guess it's not that bad. It's mostly about this part that I could complain about, if anything. I don't think I would really complain about it. Like, slightly complain. But it's no big deal. So my guess is that white is leading slightly here. But the game, it should be totally fine. It just should be very hard for black, is the thing. Because this is not easy to play. This kind of stuff. Time to bet on black. Right? For the odds? Or should I bet on white? They've never played, these guys. White has a more positive record. Betting on white. No, it's on the second period. I lost my chance. Alright, I bet on white in the second period. Okay, so now I'm rooting for white. Come on, white. You can do this. Extended in. Pretty exciting, actually. And then when black jumped, that made this part pretty hard to play meaningfully for white. So white's going to pause, handle this part, hope that this extend is enough to live. So black block is obvious, and then the question is, how is the life and death after this? Does not look comfortable. Are we looking at push turn? Whoa! That way? It means if black goes down, white wants to cut. If this Hane were Sente, it would be working. And that Hane is very close Sente. And then if black comes out, then white can give a full new vista. So that's what has to happen. Yeah, black had no choice. But black's choice is that they get to play over here now. Which might be pleasant. But honestly, not that pleasant. Ooh, the harsher way. Yeah, prove. Hard to prove. I missed it. Frick! This is my huge mistake that I chose to push rather than this. I wasn't paying enough attention. I was looking at other things, not looking locally. This one is much better. Now black and block. Or this one. I think it's slightly worse though. When white extends. And white won't even do that yet. Just run out, yeah. I thought this leaves a worse cut in the center. And also is smaller. Very meaningful that it's smaller. Like, that means that the cut, whether the cut is worse or better, it has to be, like, much better. And I think the cut is worse, too. Maybe not. Maybe the cut isn't worse, but... I mean, it would just be incompetence that the cut is worse by the pro. And I don't think the pro is incompetent. But it's definitely wrong. I'm pretty sure it's wrong. It should be blocked there. Okay, attach here. The standard running. Extend standard. Let's see. How would I play if I were right now? Yeah, I was thinking I might Hane. This is part of the reason why it sucked as well. Black basically, to make sense, has to play this empty triangle. And then white is just asking to confirm that we get that. And then we'll probably continue running. Wow, Hane instead, huh? No clue what that's supposed to mean. But it gotta connect, I guess. Was it supposed to? Maybe. Maybe it's not so bad. This Hane. Because definitely that empty triangle had a reason to be wrong. And like black is avoiding that reason. But anyway, now white has saved it, created a cut down here, created a cut here, and it's going to continue to run because they have Sentai too. It's possible that white's idea to do this stuff was wrong because of this black move. Huh, I didn't realize about that. That this kind of area can be extremely heavy change, and that's why you should be hesitant for this stuff. You have to be really on your toes to play the game at a super high level, man. You have to be so on your toes. There's so much just like random stuff that can go completely wrong. So, black, if I were black, I think I'm gonna go this way. This one is possible. Black has like a moment here where, in my opinion, it's really important to be a maniac about this part. And I'm really worried that white is going to be pressing me on this cutting point. But for now, this attach probably does deserve an answer. It's like not clear that black is going to be making good exchanges here, but also hard for white to prove that their moves are going to be in good spots. Really? Now? This is a moment where it's like, actually fightable. Very suspicious moment to try. Like at least if black plays here, then white has a plan, which is cut, and it's not a bad plan. But it feels like the kind of moment where there should have been something over here, which is like active and good. But it's kind of hard because the white breaking through could hurt this part a lot. It was actually a tough moment for black to fight. Alright, and here, cut first. What is that gonna be? Not clear, yeah. Not clear how you could do better than that. Looks like every other move, you just wish that you'd done this one. And then black is just pushing from behind there. I was thinking about this wedge too. Ooh, exciting. Does this mean that black is actually going to connect if white saves it? So I was thinking about this one, and then I was thinking if we don't connect, it sucks, and that connecting is like too hard for me to stomach. But black could stomach it, and after that, black is gonna have to answer over here. So maybe you can Atari first. I'm not even sure if you can. Yeah, it looks like you can. I agree. If black can Atari here and then play on this side, then this descent can actually be really strong. Oh, do you need to play here to make it solid? But you can't. You have to play here. If you play here, Hana is devastating. You must play this one. But it means that this one is not Senta. What I mean is that black is not forcing white to answer over here. White can instead run out on top of this black. And that makes it so that this cut is really nonsensical for black. I don't know what was better, though, at the moment when white wedge. That wedge looked really strong. It comes from this one. It was actually very savvy by white. This is how this kind of attached stuff goes wrong for black. It's very hard, but you can sort of absorb it and then come to counterfight eventually, long term. I need a new wallet. And I need to stop fiddling with this one. It's a very old and broken wallet. Can we get the Sente move if we descend first? Yes, we can. Oh, unless something really bad happens. It wouldn't happen. The really bad thing, don't worry. Black can descend and will descend. So descend finally. Did black spend a Biyomi on that? I wasn't paying enough attention whether black spent a Biyomi on that. I just knew descend was coming. I was thinking about what's happening over here. Thinking about whether this cut is possible eventually for black. Obviously black needs to be stronger, but it is possible in theory. Alright, so now black should definitely be Ataring here to dodge dodge bad things. Atari here dodges the bad things, and then we'll connect, and then black is thinking, like, how do I save with respect to the weaknesses here? Thinks that he can triple Hane. Can he? Uh-huh. He can. Really annoying for white. Really annoying. Yeah, I just have to Hane agreed. Well, it wasn't that bad. White just had to endure, say yes you can, and keep going. There was no way for black to press that harder, was there? No, it would be insane. Well, now black would love to cut, but you just can't ignore something like this peep, so you have to go this way. White says this was your Sente, black. You didn't use it. Why not? Kind of weird, honestly, because black can still use the Sente. It's no big deal. And this one is very harsh. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what White was doing with that Hane there. That was very odd. Black gets a chance now. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is probably just going to be a black win after this white move, where black is just dominating through the control of this area, basically stopping white from ever using the cuts, and then saying this whole thing is mine. So this result ends up being terrible for white, because white is going to have to get chased this whole way. Looks like white is very close to death. There might be a way to save through the counter resources here, but even if white does, then this black is like super strong. And there's no reason for white to ever allow this. Like, white had a moment right now to go save the group and walk into this, and it would be super healthy. Everything would be fine. But for some reason, we just let black play here and get ahead. And now the game is not fine at all. It's like, white is dead. White is dead and losing on points. Terrible Hane. Excuse me. Also, was this okay? Like, this one, you know black is going to be able to fix that in Sente. So why would you play it? There's not a weakness there. Like, if you know black has this, which you do, why would you play here? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, I just absolutely busted his own life for no reason. Black is planning to cover. It's dead. It's just dead. Terrible. Terrible for white. Super incautious. Excuse me. Black confused because nothing was working on either side. Black confused because he could have passed and still killed the group. Yeah. Good game. I should have bet on black to get free money, but oh well. This was just horrible. But let's go save the game. We'll look at it later maybe and watch another game. Really bad performance by white. I thought he was being clever when he started doing this stuff, but it turned out that 61 was really strong. It gave white trouble all the way from now. Now white already is having to save by running through and using the counter pressure, and black already has some territory benefit from it. And then when black did this, it made the game quite tricky for white. White had to start playing quite accurately. That wedge was great. The cut from black was better than expected. This move it turned out to be very valuable, saving the group there and attacking this one. Running out, in general, at this point, this position should not be totally like unbalanced. White has a lot of territory, but black has a lot of attack and a lot of potential. White played here, that was first step wrong, and then this was fine, but then when white plays here, that's just too much. It's game over on spot. That's my understanding. Let's watch another game. Gonna load that up into Katago off screen here, and just if Katago says something interesting, like something beyond my analysis there, then I'll show you. But my guess is that it was a simple game. What happened in the upper right? How did that happen? They played this just like I've been playing this myself. Oh, that's exciting. So white did interesting variation. I haven't seen that very often in my games. And black played away. Making sense. Yeah. I like this variation. And then we had the 3-3 direct into the cut, into the send and turn. I didn't know you could do that. I thought this is benefiting black somehow, but I don't know anything about this. Oh, it turned out when we joined that game, by the way, black was already leading by like 3 points. So my judgment in the bottom left is bad. That was good for white. It's actually not good for white. Wasn't like black was the most efficient ever. Black had a couple mistakes along the path, but white was far more inefficient. Oh, and it's saying that black has a potential to make some kind of ko in the future there or something. Oh, there is. Oh, if that corner is not white's, then I understand the game is definitely better for black. Alright, let's see what AI says of all this. So when white went underneath and then let black play in the corner, that was indeed bad, as I described. And then black was leading by 7 instead of 3. And then, yeah, black should have done that empty triangle on the right side I was talking about. That would have been a punish, but instead white got a good shape there. When white did that probe move in the corner, it was actually not as clear as expected. That the white descend is going to be good, because the black getting thicker was actually very meaningful, I guess. Very interesting, actually, that part. That one is really hard to handle. White's cut was terrible. I didn't know about that. I know you can, like, triple hane under and stuff. I find it very difficult. AI supports it, huh? That much. Alright, fair enough. So when black did that thing where he cut through in the wedge, it turned out the wedge was wrong and black was winning by 15. But in the fighting after that, if white wouldn't have done that stupid Kasumi, then white could have had a position only down 9. Could have had a playable position, basically. But instead, that stupid Kasumi, and then the game is over, basically. It was already black by 36. And then when white played that stupid hane in the upper right, it goes from black plus 30 to black plus 60. So, meaning that black was completely crushing the game anyway. But just white killed himself extra hard. Okay. So in general, my commentary was quite correct. But few mistakes, as always. Few mistakes, few misunderstandings. Largely to do with the impact of the direct cuts on the game that I still have trouble judging and understanding, because I tend to judge without full use of the cuts in my judgment, which obviously will lead you awry in your judging cuts. What happened over here? So after this, hane, tenuki, allowing push, because we're gonna fight this way and then kill ourselves. White is a very advanced player, and I don't know if that's a good thing. This, that can't be right. Like, when you just look at it, black is better. And then black went and broke through that, made a co. Cut, extend, and net. Okay, well, now black is taking on some suffering for no particular reason. White didn't say that he was going to make the cut very serious, right? But black is like, let's pretend you are. So I don't think that's right. Um. Hmm. This starts a very interesting one. Maybe black doesn't find it as interesting as me. When white captures and black does that, and white plays on the outside and black captures the 3 stones, well, actually that makes something very interesting where the white, this move is like nearly center. So you can imagine black play here, white play here, white play here. Like, basically if white plays this one center right now, we can get a really interesting trading going on here, where it has to do with the idea of there being an under the stones attack on these stones if these get an extra liberty, which it matters for this part too. It's very curious. The under the stones attack on these stones is really important because it has to do with the full surround of this, which is obviously very meaningful if I can block this area. Atari, connect. Yeah. Now, Atari. Very interesting shape on the right side there. That's gonna end up being Ko for life after weight is thick. Excuse me. I think white is almost thick, but it doesn't matter right now. Once white's thick, it doesn't matter, which is kind of funny. Oh, white does do the thing. Is he prepping? Probably not. Oh. It's too hard to resist taking that one, even though maybe not the best choice. I guess what you can get is the block and Sente. That's gotta be the max. Doesn't take it. Black doesn't stop it. I think I would stop it. Would I stop it? I mean, this block is clear Sente. If white captures, it also gives this Sente. So it's just, black must capture after this. Is it worth it to spend a move turning to stop that? It's such a huge shift. Wow, turn rather than go to the corner. Is that possible? I don't think it's possible. Like obviously the corner is better. And block here. Yeah, that was not right. Wow, Atari. No hesitation Atari here. I would hesitate a lot. I mean, Atari is possible that we're trying to take care of this side quickly, but no hesitation Atari and Teneki means he doesn't care about this area being broken. He's trying to kill this. But it's not really possible. Oh, oh man. Like, temporarily, black is literally alive on the bottom side. That can and will change with, like, all sorts of moves outside. But this is alive for now. Wow. So white really just Atari and pushed the whole way to take this part. I totally support it, but it was not in my dictionary to do right away. I really appreciate that, actually. Very instructive choice by White. Excuse me. Oh, man. This is hard for White to keep the cut on the left side stable from this. Oh, no. Yeah, I agree. Cut here, I think White lost something. I don't think this is right for White. I was expecting White to do something a lot more like towards the upper left in response to this. I don't know exactly what, but like attaching here is like not as bad as it looks, for sure. And the similar moves, similar directions must be similarly acceptable. My understanding is that White is dead. Oh. If you don't do that, the black can actually die, can't it? If you don't block there. That's kind of funny. But anyway, end result is like black has captured the upper left. I don't think white's territories are enough. Although white with Komi. I mean, black also capturing these two stones in the bottom right was definitely a win for black when that happened. Agree, clamp. White trying to say this thing is not cleanly alive and you've got to pay attention to it, but black is saying like not really, come on. It's just true. Yeah, it's alive. I didn't see this sequence. I think white probably also missed it. Probably also thought there was like a long-term co, which is fake, but um, at least would allow white to get more territory than this. Wow, black risking it for the biscuit here. This is locally gonna die. So white S15 now kills black locally over there, but how about the other side? When black can push and play S7, black's alive. Oh, nice. Nice reading by black. This one just dead. I don't think this is close. This is white trying to play time CG. But the only thing to time CG about is like white playing S7, which does not seem reasonable. Oh god. That means that black rejects white's time CG. That was a failure time CG. Is it true? I think it's true. Oh, shoot. Now when black plays R6, then it's already alive in Sente. And white might just resign. Black is saying I can just do R6 later. Yeah, I don't even have to rush it. Alright, now black is clean alive with the only thing that was his problem. Right? Yeah. So that it's over. The game's over. Black wins. Surely. It says white by 1.5. Even though this is and that and that. I mean, there's more that black can do to press in over here, but not much. More over here, more over here. Still a little hard to play the game. I think black is leading, but maybe it's not that severe. Also, what was white doing here? Just killed himself in co for no reason. Just to try to make it sure that black has to live, but that doesn't make sense. We should have just pressed without exchanging. Terrible exchange. Yeah, this push is huge. Enormous move. This one is good too. Descend? Block? No way. Block is not right. Well, you're expecting to make a point here? Like, of course not. Come on, man. That's just dumb. I was wondering whether we were supposed to prioritize this. Looks like white is trying to punish. Yeah, it looks like a punish. Great idea to exchange this first and then play. Then we actually had a short to liberty here that was unexpected. Black didn't realize it. This one, although big, clearly a mistake in light of that. Like, black needed to jump here at that moment. This is devastating. Now we can get Atari'd first. And then we're going to see the Tiger's Mouth, probably. I mean, wait, it wants to block this area and that area and that area. It's kind of awkward. Tiger's this way. Letting black faster here is no big deal. Come in from this side, sure. Play here is so big for the eye in the corner. It means so much for black's territory. And now, this is a pretty interesting moment, because something like clamp eyes this part too. So actually, I think white is kind of overplaying to play this, right? Oh, black starts from this side. I mean, of course it can be working to target this too. But I would have thought that this clamp is really devastating. Maybe he's thinking clamp and then white's pullback is too easy. But I actually don't think so, right? Isn't White still just like in trouble if they pull back? Am I misunderstanding? Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Excuse me. Odd that White actually wants to capture these stuns. Ah, it's for this. Really? That doesn't seem right still. It's because White was thinking that getting really thick here means something. And that part is right. Alright, and now Black says I'm gonna get even more. Wow, including the connect. So Black is saying your cut here matters a lot. That's very interesting, because it does. That's very interesting. I really didn't think about it. Yeah, Black totally got me there. Like I didn't see this coming. And this is really strong. I didn't see this coming. This was like obviously what Black was having to aim at if White is gonna go so crazy. Oh, I think White is in trouble now. I think this White move is not possible. I think White cannot do that. So at least White will die here. Maybe Black will hope for more. It's a little hard. Because actually Black wants to extend now. Ooh, cut. I think this is like minimal, isn't it? Isn't cut minimal? Cut here, there. It's not doing anything. Cut for this one. Then here. Just captured. You have to play this one. The Atari coming is not... It's not that severe. We just go up the 4 stuns. Yeah, Black captured this, but somehow I actually think Black shortchanged himself there. I think he had more chance after this great Hane move. Now, he has the chance to capture these 4 stones, and he's already captured these, but I think White might still be leading. It says Black by 2.5 now. Super close game, actually. White captured here. That's aiming at making some kind of, like, shortage liberty reductions nonsense on this thing. It was always a meaningful idea, but I'm not sure it was the best thing now. There's this ko. There's also this move. There's also this move. Somehow, isn't it the biggest to capture 4 stuns? It seems like it's really big. So this is a good way to kill that cleanly. I did go fiddle with my thing. Wait a second. No, it isn't. Wait, Black died. And ko. What? When? Wait, Black connected this. Huh? Wait, started it. Black connected. And then just died in the ko. God, man. That's a disaster. What are you doing connecting, man? Why did Black play the freaking block in the first place? This was supposed to be clean dead, guys. There's no chance there's ever supposed to be a ko here. Pure disaster. Absolute misplay by Black. Alright, can we make it back? Let's try to make it back. Now we have to win this ko for no reason, but let's relax and do it. If I were playing this game, I would not relax. I would be very upset. What? Lose points for what? Wait, no, come on, that's bullshit. No way we're supposed to allow the Atari here. BS. No way. No way we're allowing the Atari. Of course we're using this, potentially. But we don't necessarily get the thing underneath just because we do this. This is baloney, man. That was some baloney. What is happening? Wow, look! Now suddenly we've gotten an idea for, saving 6 points on the left side, and we're killing our corner. Boo. This is a threat to kill. Black does need to answer. Gave this part up. That wasn't big enough, huh? Agreed. White wins now. Agreed. White is going to get to go here now, and presumably in Sente, because when White connects, that's going to be Sente. Why doesn't White do that? Why does White trick this one first? This doesn't... Was there a thing? There was a thing. Oh, okay, there was a thing. Never mind. White did it right. Alright, no big deal about 3 stones or whatever. Let's go do this. That should have captured first, I think. This one? Really? Isn't this so big, guys? Hello? When White connects here, that's Sente. Hello? Come on! Like, I understand the first move is Gote, and you can treat it as, like, the right to do it afterwards. Okay, White wins by resignation anyway. Yeah, White was winning after this disaster. Alright, let's go check this one in AI. This is going to be a much more interesting check than the last one. The game is actually competitive. Somehow that last game is not competitive. Although I thought it would be. I was wrong. Oh, I didn't unhide my camera in the Caligo. Hello. So they played this Joseki. It's my favorite. Although, somehow Black seems to always get in trouble when they do it. I don't know why the AI evaluation drops. Because to me, this variation looks reasonable for Black, doesn't it? But I've seen it drop a few times. I don't understand, like, what I'm supposed to judge as being good for White here. And sometimes it doesn't drop. Like, sometimes it is good for Black. Like, how am I supposed to judge this as efficient for White? Does it even make any sense? Because, like, normally you would look at that corner, remove the stones, the adequate stones, and you'd say, oh, Black's better. Right? Because the corner is, like, fine, and then the stones are really bad. I'm not sure I understand. I guess it depends a bit on how good the white outside is. Maybe this white outside is, like, adequate. Adequate to good. Alright, yeah, they were not playing Joseki as expected. This had nothing to do with Joseki that they were doing. It was fun. And then this was obviously crazy by White. It just doesn't make any sense to suddenly start talking about the ladder rather than like handling it directly. And then Black did this one and allowed this white pressure, which is not that great. But wow. White was actually better here. I thought this was a Black victory. Wow. It turned out this was good for White because White covers this area very much more meaningfully than the bottom side or the left side is covered by Black. Wow, really? Oh, because that's basically a descend, and then this Black shape is not even that efficient, and White is. Oh, yeah. Very interesting. Not at all easy to show that advantage. Yeah, we all know that this is like slightly bad for White, but we all do it anyway because It's so impossible for black to play, usually. In the game, black did a pretty good job. And when I say we all, there's plenty of people who don't do this, but there's plenty of people who do, and they don't care that AS is bad. And then obviously this is crazy by black to like go back here. Just obviously wrong move. Yeah, this was really bad by black because it let white establish the outside. So white needed to go here, allow this thing, and then play here immediately, right? Yeah. And then this is much better because white gets to establish this sente as well. And white's influence is like really good. Yeah, as long as you establish the sente and run these two stones out, you're chilling. Instead, in the game, white prioritized going over here first. And it was like this. Yeah, and white was in some trouble, even though he got to capture a stone, black got to capture the two, and it was obviously good for black to capture those two stones. I didn't mention it. I knew it in my mind that black had gained at this point, but I should have mentioned it and tried to get my evaluation up there. Here, yeah, black needed to break through this. The moment that the game is like even mildly finishable, we gotta handle this part. It was crazy that they left on the board that long. And then that they didn't touch the sente move too. Yeah, I was saying if I were black here, I would churn. It was tough, but yeah, it was better. I went here. Yeah, here I said you should handle the corner. Now, that was not correct. Not much better than this one. I thought it was much better, but I was wrong. Yeah, it's basically because this Atari is sente, and then there's a big link under here that you don't have to worry that much about taking the side. It's not that bad. But it was a bad flow overall. However, the main reason why it was bad flow is because black needed to go and turn here first before all this shit. Yeah, the white Atari was so good. That was so smart by white. White gains here under no pressure at all. Yeah, here white had to do something to cover the weakness. It was hard, but something like this, and then, yeah, attack. This way, attack. This way was not that great, my suggestion, but... yeah, so somehow just come back and make this like a different fight. It's on. I understand. I don't understand. Why is this so important? That black needs to do this? White's here. So my reading was black can do this and live. And here. And here. I forgot this is Atari. I forgot white can pull back. I forgot both of those things. So first of all, you can Atari, and then when white answers, you can block here, and that actually makes a ko. Right away. So white could fight this ko. Now this ko would be stupid, because if we lose, we'd lose everything. If we win, we'd win just, you know, a bare amount. So we should fall back like this, which is completely off white's radar. I know, because it was completely off my radar, and completely off black's radar as well. This would have been devastating. And that's why black had to push first to guarantee that you get the sente. Wow. Very smart. So all these moves are massive mistakes, not because they're big mistakes locally, but because there's this missing life and death thing on the bottom side, which I also didn't see at all. You gotta see that pullback. The harsh stuff is all you gotta look for in those situations. I'm upset with myself for missing it, but also the pros missed it, so fair enough. It's not like that means I shouldn't see it, but, you know, some consolation is that it's hard. Verified hard, but I will find it in the future. Yeah, obviously this exchange was just funny bad. And then this was, yeah, sente disappearing. Here, there was no reason to block. I don't believe it. Just descend. I feel it's much better. Went this way. Yeah, this was very interesting. It turned out that black was winning a lot when we went after these because of this one. It was a brilliant move by black. Should be a completely won game at this point. And yeah, he could have done some other move orders here. It turns out this move order is crushing. This is very cool. It means that after this one, we're going to extend, right? Yes. Yeah, so extend, and then we can combine that together with this. So here, if this is sente, We're like combining both of these together, making it like this, and then white is in big trouble. So then we can connect those and we can kill more. So it's really devastating. If this happens, then we can connect like that. And this should be absolutely devastating. Connect here. Yeah, this is super devastating. Now black is forcing white to like race this against that. It's just not. White has no space. It's just dead. But black didn't see that peep. That peep is really hard for white to deal with, but not an easy move to see. I didn't see that peep in the game. I did see this one. This was interesting. So here, when it goes like this, and then here, and here, you can Atari like this. This is the reading that they were all doing. Now, this moment, yeah, if white backs off, then it will be a clean kill. White can not back off, and then you have some stuff going on. I got confused when I was reading, but it was working, it turns out. Really tough to complete these reads, finish it properly. But it turns out that was working. What black did was like super underplay. And then, yeah, there was something horrible that happened, which is white. Yeah. What happened? Wait, black captured here. Wait, white played the Sente move and black captured here? And then died in Ko? I didn't even notice. So black was dead in freaking Ko over here. And white did this one, which is like half Sente, and black was like, hang on a second, I gotta live. I gotta save myself. And then white did over this. And then black connected. Insane. Obviously needed to go chase the direct liberties. I mean, it doesn't make any sense for black not to just liberty chase, but... Well, because it didn't make sense, black ended up dying. So first of all, black didn't pay any attention to his life and death over here, which is insane. And then black didn't pay any attention to his life and death over here. If he had just paid attention to these life and death, then he would have won easily. Like, it wouldn't be close. Oh, man. What a devastating, like, endgame. Oh well. Lots of interesting TCG going on this game. Particularly, okay, most memorable to me. Let's see. Yeah, this was normal gameplay. Yeah, I understood this left side better than they did, I think. Not very well, but better. Okay, and then the most interesting part of this game has to be the bottom, right? Like, how did black start winning again, by the way? What happened exactly? Oh, black started winning because he spent the move to keep that dead. Oh, it was because white started doing these crazy things, like touching it wrong. And then it was the nice reduction. Okay, so a couple very nice things for me to notice. First of all, the thing that actually happened in the game, which was this brilliant move by black. This is a wonderful move. It's really, you know, if black doesn't find that move, black has other ways to be winning, for sure. But none are this easy. This one made the game, like, so hard for white on top of being perfect for black, like great for black. Like, obviously this one, which I was mentioning in the game, I knew how to play 1-3. Like, if it were my game, I would have played this 1-3-9 stuff. I would have thought nothing's wrong, and I must have just done it about optimally, and AI would tell me something is slightly better, and I wouldn't pay attention to it. But this is, like, obviously much more than slightly better to play this, one and have the courage to actually just connect and say, do it. Do what you want to do, wait. Like, this is... It's so nice. It's the kind of move that I like to play, this kind of Hane, where my opponent has a lot of weaknesses, and I just say, face them. Do what you're gonna do. And I just didn't have this one as part of my dictionary for, like, that kind of move. Oh, you have so many weaknesses, white? Well, face it. Face it, I'm gonna cut across you. I force you to handle your underneath side. I force you to handle your lat. I force you to handle all this stuff that you just can't handle. What a nice move. What a beautiful move there. Absolutely excellent. And the other thing that I'm taking away, like main takeaway here, has to be this wonderful killing method that, okay, after you get super strong here, and black is like playing away, very naively playing away, thinking everything's fine, bada bang, we're just gonna go kill the bottom side, and like this, and kill. And all the way like this, let him out, and then say, you're caught. It's done. You're caught. You have no room here. It's so true. Like, if I was playing this on Go the Infinite Path, I would look at this and be like, oh, black dead, instant, not even a question. But, somehow, like, when you're reading in games, you don't let this kind of variation happen. You're thinking like, oh, the Aji will always work. There will always be Aji. The Aji will always work. You don't actually verify it to any kind of, like, extent when just reading from afar. When you're reading close, of course you verify all the Aji and you pay attention. But reading from afar, when you're checking this kind of move, like, basically the problem is, when checking moves like L2, I tend to think a lookover is enough. And it's not. Like, when you check moves like L2, any little detail, any little grain of focus that you have over the opponent is your severe advantage and could be game winning on the spot. And if I treat that kind of variation with more respect and more ability to treat it like Go the Infinite Path, I will actually use that skill that I've been developing while watching football on Sundays. So, okay, that part is really obvious to me now. I understand now what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to treat it mentally. I respect it. And then this part is the other. This is really instructive move C5. I love it by black here. Very instructive. Add that to my dictionary. We can add in the peep too. That's a very nice move. Obviously, harder to read, harder to judge everything when you are looking at such a complicated move as that. But it was working, and yeah, I love it as well. Very nice. Very nice. Nice game. Nice game. Shame black couldn't, like, actually keep it together in the end, but it happens. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.